What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, out here with another comic review. So, yes, I'm reviewing Mystic U 2 months after the fact that it came out. But I thought, why not? And, like I said, I doesn't mean that I haven't read it when it did come out. I was very much impressed by it. I very much liked it. I had my doubts because I was like, Mystic U, what am I going to do? You're going to see the tropes. We're going to see the usual tropes about this, that, and that, and that, and this, and that, and that, the usual. But no, I was very much endeared by this book. I was hooked by this book. And, it was pretty good. So, Mystic U focuses, of course, on our main character, Zatara, our favorite magician, and so on and so forth. And we're going through her times as pretty much a fresh college freshman. And where have we seen this before and utterly fail? That's right, America Chavez. And I'll give you my reasons for stating this particular fact as I move forward with the review. So let's go. We have Mystic U Book 1. Writers Alyssa Whitney, Mike Norton's the artist, Jody Bellaire's the colorist, Darren Bennett's the letterer, Alex Antone is the editor, Mary Javins is the narrator. So we get into the prologue. It's like, and we see that it's one thing none of us allowed ourselves to consider. What if we lose the battle? So we see Columbia University 6 months post malevolence, and we just see, basically everywhere is like destruction incarnate. We think that she saw John Constantine, but we say, not Constantine, it's like Dr. Occult, let me help you. And then, of course, he disappears. Then we just see Rose. It's like Richard is gone. And we see that this Rose character is like, are you sure? Couldn't he just be wherever he goes when he takes over your body? Maybe he's taking time to heal. No, he won't recover from this, and neither will I. Don't say that. We're going to get through this. Have you heard back from Xanadu, Merlin? Z, I'm so sorry. How about Mr. E or the Phantom Stranger? I thought he couldn't die. It doesn't matter. There are too few of us left, and the malevolence is too powerful. I see. Sick. Then there's only one thing left for us to try to do. We go for the contingency plan. I don't know, Z. With Richard gone, I don't know if I'm strong enough to do this alone. It's like, you're not alone. You can tap into my power pretty much. Like, it's like, what if I drain you completely? You're already weak from fighting. I'll be fine. It's like, okay, will you? If this works, our reality will be altered. You won't know what you gave up. You won't remember any of this. Ah, so changing the past to change the future, that's all right. You'll remember. I have faith in you, Rose. Besides, it's not like we have a lot of choices here. And then, of course, she says she's right. And we both know why I have to be the one to perform the spell. Zatanna's power manipulates reality through language, and language has its limitations. For this to work, we need an approach. We need an incantation to unfasten, to knit the bones and unmake flesh. And not to press you or anything, but we better hurry because Malevolence is coming back with reinforcements. So the Malevolence is this huge thing, and they conduct a spell, and say, if this works, we have all the time we need. Blood to blood, sin to suno, stone to stone, unravel this thread and weave us a different beginning. So, of course, they go back in time, and we see the different players, a young Zatanna and friends of hers, who we'll see. So, we go back 7 years past the Malevolence. See the price of admission, chapter 1. So, we see a young Zatanna complaining she got a headache, and then she overhears her father talking to Rose 7 years in the past. Like, I appreciate your interest in my daughter, Rose, but I think I would have noticed if she had any aptitude for our art. I adore the child, but she's utterly mundane. Oh, God. Dang. Saying, my dear, is everything alright? You look tense. I have a migraine coming. You just see, is it bad? Why didn't you tell me? I have a potion that's like, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. And we just see, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, to an evening I hope will be truly magical. And then we just see Zatanna, of course, like, she's like edging her dad, giving her dad a little roast. She's like, and not hopelessly and utterly mundane, right, Dad? It's like, yes. You just see now. It's like, now magic is our tradition in our family. Some incantations I use are hundreds of years old, and those are the modern ones. So clearly no point in sending me to college. And you just see, she's like, and Zatanna's like, look, man, no more. Please don't ad lib. Just stick to what we rehearsed. But teenagers, Zatanna has to do her things her way backward. It's like, don't worry, I won't mess. Saying, and don't worry, I won't mess with the attack. So we just see, you know, that she talks it backwards, and of course, looking at this, is like, and you can go, and you can, it's like, and you can just go to hell. And of course, so she just repeats that. It's like, oh, this feels really weird. And what do you know? She brings out hell out of her hat. It's like her burgeoning power is fueled by rage and hurts, and rips a hole between words. So you can see that her powers are like, in a way, ravens at a young age, affected by her emotional state. And everybody's like, this is even better than Penn and Teller's show. Whoa, cool. And the audience doesn't know. They think it's just for show. It's like, and then we just see, dang, FIO. And we just see him, like, fight these dudes, like, tell Rose she was right. Dad. And he disappears in the hat. And then Rose is right here. And then Zatanna's freaking out. And she's like, it's like, okay, so that had to be some kind of new trick, only it went wrong. Where's the stage manager? Say, take a deep breath. Say, take a deep breath. I need you to calm down and listen to me. And then Zatanna's like, look, I don't know you, but you need to get out of my way because I got to help my dad. It's like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, don't worry, your dad is cool with it. I know your father for years. He's gotten out of worse pickles than this. And she's like, you calling this a pickle? A bunch of demon things popped out of thin air and disappeared with my dad. And she's like freaking out still, which is pretty good because, you know, like you just saw like demons just take your dad into a hat right here. Like, yeah, I'll be freaked out. It's like, I'm losing my no, you're not. Just come into your power, Zatanna. You have an incredible gift and you're going to do amazing things with it once you learn control. And she's like, this isn't a trick, right? Only one way to find out. It's like, follow me. And we are introduced to the wonderful campus of Mystik University. We see unicorns and dragons and smaller dragons and pixies and trolls and everybody's just here to get a magical education and whatnot. So we just see the professors coming. It's like, Miss Rose, like, Dr. Psychic. Sorry, miss. Like, never mind, Abel. What is it? I have a personal request. Oh my gosh, he's like that. He's even stuttering like that first, Oh yes, Professor Quill from the Sorcerer's Stone. I like that. But anyway, they come in. We just see some more hijinks. Yada, yada, yada. And, you know, they have to go to the welcome ceremony. It's about to begin. And it's like she gets transformed into a little bit of a school attire. Boom. And so I see at the convocation. And you just see this guy, like, bumps into her. It's like, what? It's like, oh, sorry. Didn't see you. It's like, then stop paying attention. Dick. So anyway, don't let Leatherpants Draco get you under your skin. Until you showed up, he was our biggest celebrity offspring. It's like, who is he? Is he British? He sounds British. He's a walking bad boy cliche. His dad is Felix Faust. And we just see, like, this is before she knows that her whole magic community is, like, big. And we just see his dad is named after the guy in Ghost Play who made a wager with the devil. And you just see, he's like, huh? And she's like, girl, yeah. It's like, actually, I'm pretty sure Goth and Marlowe modeled their Faust on Sebastian's dad. I'm Pia, by the way. It's like, I'm semi-fice, but I won't hold it against you. So you're telling me that this guy's dad is hundreds of years? And, you know, she's like, girl, come on, man. You shouldn't be freaking out this much. So we just see the Great Hall, all of this stuff, this convocation, yada. And we see her giving good stories like many came from mundane families who thought magic was a parlor trick or a child's illusion until they discovered they had a gift. But you cannot control what you don't fully comprehend. And without the right training, magic can be dangerous to the one who wields it, as well as to others. At Mystik University, you will learn about the history and practice of magic, but you will also learn about yourself. It's like, let me bring you your rug, David. Your room looks like a prison cell. It's like, he'll be fine, Rebecca. Rebecca said, yes. She needs a CT scan. And I'll be there for the bone marrow absentee. So you just see these parents dropping off their kids to college, like any parents would, telling them, like, don't worry, I can help you out, yada, you enjoy, everything like that. And then she was like, I was like, does she? And then basically, you know, Pia's mother is like normal. And she's like, does she know what kind of a school this is? Zatanna's asking. Once she learned it wasn't an Ivy, she stopped paying attention. And then I'm basically going. So we meet David Sargon, and it's like, do you need a hand with that? It's like, yes, I'm on the second floor, so help is definitely appreciated. I'm not very good at this yet, so bear with me. And he teleports them. Bam! It's like, well, that's impressive and a little intimidating. Do most folks already know magic? Oh, that was just a little cantrip I've been practicing. And we just see, what's a cantrip? It's a D&D thing. Our new hallmate's probably got a dungeon master in his spare time. And we just see June Moon, aka the Enchantress here. And of course, Zatanna gets into all of her stuff. So, good stuff. This is a very long book. It's reading like a very short novel, but hey, it's pretty nice. So anyway, we see magical hygiene. We see the girls doing girl things in the bathroom. And we see June Moon. And I like the clever things like, how she changes appearance. She becomes the Enchantress in the next page. And you're just talking about, how they found out about magic. All of a sudden, Paya feels something in the drain. And it's like, are you alright? It's like, yeah, I just dabbed my hand on something sharp. So she jabbed her hand on something sharp, but then some of her magic goo goes down in the drain. And you just see, you don't think, no, that's my power. My power seems to manifest like that. When I was holding my old cat Pushkin, it was coated in this stuff. It's like, you want my opinion? June, you just had a makeover. Call me Enchantress. Any more personalities that we should know about? Funny. So anything, the thing plops up, so this will play a big factor later on. It's like, basically, so they're done. They're getting ready. And we just see, oh, hey, we see the RA right here. Welcome to Stonehaven Hall. I'm Gerd, your resident advisor. I've already survived freshman year, and I grew up in a small town called, I don't know what that is, in Iceland. So I know all about adjustment issues. Ready for the scavenger hunt? So, yes. I know in my college days, when I was a freshman, they're all on the scavenger hunt and all these weird games. But yeah, really nailing the college aspect. Actually, we're about to turn in for the night. Been a long day. You can't break a 200-year-old Mystic U tradition. Just a quick reminder, you don't want to make any assumptions based on appearance. Some folks look completely human, but aren't. Some folks don't look human, but are under an enchantment. And we just see, okay, I'm going to pair you off. So listen for your names. June Moon, you go with Joe Carlson. It's like, it's Enchantress, and I prefer my own choosing. What's with the shades? It's like, light sensitive. Got a problem with that? And you're just like, I'm sensing mommy issues here. So she just picks up David right here. And it's like, hey, come with me. And it's like, okay, I'd be honored to go with outside. And it's like, Paya, you go with Joe then. Guess that means you're stuck with Faust, Zatanna. So all the all the boys and girls are paired together. And we just see Zatanna's like this, like, I'm Zatanna Satara, in case you didn't, I know who you are. Excuse me? Do you mean that you've seen my show? Because that's not who I am. You, just like you're probably more than this moody broody act. It's like, but you know what? I can't be bothered to find out about me. I can't be bothered to get to know you either. Whatever. And she's like, jerk. Okay, a yearbook that's at least 10 years old. Shouldn't be too hard to find, so she then illuminates the whole place. It's like, fine, whatever, but she tries some magic. Nothing happens, so she just uses out her phone. Sorry, Dr. Psychic. It seems sending my dad into hell to hell dimension is actually my only power. It's like, hey, here's something. Oh yeah, jackpot. Man, Dr. Psychic ages real well. And it's like, now the only question is what to do for the rest of the evening. And we just see this blob coming after him. And he's like, alright, keep your hair on, I'm coming down. It's like, what bloody hell, what is that? And you just see the thing attack her. It's like, going back upstairs, I got this. It's like, no, I won't leave you. Come with me. It's like, get off, boom. And then his eyes appear, and then he starts draining her power, it looks like. And she's like, what the hell happened? He's like, what happened? It felt like you were, I don't know, draining me. It's like, just get out of here before that monster attacks again. It's like, it's gone, and it didn't attack me, it just startled me. And then we just see him apologize like this about what happened. I didn't mean to tap into you. It's like, tap into me, like my power? Maybe you could teach me how to find it. It's like the only time I worked any magic, I accidentally sent my... It's like accidentally sent my dad to hell. It's like, that's a bit ironic. Why? That's when my father tried to send me. Ah. Meanwhile, only it wasn't an accident. Ouch. So meanwhile, David and Enchantress are doing their own thing. Enchantress decides to say, let's go into this old house of mystery where all the headmasters are. Then we just see Rose discussing, saying, "You know anything, Rose?" Like, nothing useful. I still can't tell whether it's male, female, or non-binary. Okay. It did confirm that it was from my future, and that I exist in its past, but we pretty much knew that. Say, great. What good are we? The auspices all point to some mysterious malevolent force seizing control, and what are we doing to prevent it? And we just see a Merlin right there. And we just see we've been trying to gather information, Donovan. Baron Winters has been looking through his grimoires, Xanadu's using her crystal ball and cards, and Mr. E is trying to find a way around the time barrier. What else can we do? We can perform a little spicy. That's what we can do, Vanessa. Merlin, don't you dare. There's nothing that poor bird's liver can tell you that my cards can't. It's like, I disagree with you, Xanadu. You can't break a ward that powerful without spilling a little blood. And then see, Mr. E, bam, look at him. Fresh, white, got the staff going on, got his coat with this orange shades. It's like, I failed the metaphysical barrier that prevents you from scrying the future and also stops me from walking far enough ahead to see which student it is. Let me just see. I smell patchouli, Rose, Vanessa, Xanadu. None of you wears patchouli. Who's out there? So, of course, he senses somebody. Of course, Enchantress and David make out of the place quickly. And he's like, oh, Lord, that was close. I have to tell you, Enchantress, I like my drama on stage at the opera. But Enchantress is like, did you hear what they said about that malevolence? It's one of us. That's what Mr. E said. And he's like, I guess, to be honest, I was so worried they was going to catch us at practice, I really wasn't paying attention. And Enchantress is worried if it's her. And David is like, why would it be you? And say, does your power change your personality? Do you feel like you're someone else when you do magic? And he's like, no, not really. What if there's something wrong with me? Sometimes the thoughts I have, they frighten me. It's like, admit it, I frighten you. It's like, no, frighten isn't the right word. Confused, maybe intrigue even. It's like, is that what you're going to call it? Intrigued? And, she's getting up on my mans right here. So, Paya and the rest of them are doing the scavenger hunt. They're just... This dude is trying to hit on Paya, so they do that stuff like that. And then this guy tries to go in, and he's like, I'm so sorry, are you alright? He's like, ow, ow, ow. And Jesse, it's like, what happened? So basically, he accidentally burned her head. And she's like, well, no, I didn't mean to hurt you. It was my ruby of life. It must have thought you were a danger to me. You know, it was completely 100% an accident, right? And she's like, still miffed. And of course, Paya heals her. It's like, guys, what do you think that is? And we just see this green thing. It's like, that's that hat. That's Joe's hat. So, hey, it's like, get back. It's going to attack. And of course, he uses his thing, and he just blasts the thing, and then it splats. Then we just see Plop. It's like, are you sure you want to leave? Just leave? Am I sure? Big wandering jello tumor just ate my scavenger hunt partner on our very first day. And then, of course, Mr. Young Faust here is like, you think leaving will keep you safe? Once you use magic, it's like being a made man in the mafia. You're in this for life. You're subject to its rules, even if you don't know what they are. Maybe if you left here and never ever use magic again, you might be okay. But if you slip, a year from now, or 10 years from now, if you start thinking, I really should learn what I can do. As dangerous as it might be here, it's worse outside. Nice. So the Dean's House of Secrets, they're basically talking about, what else can I do, Richard? The Board of Trustees voted for transparency. No more magical cabals. Oh my gosh. And then, basically, this guy's stuttering, talking about, how Joe was attacked. It's like, thank you, Abel. And when we're at home, it's just Rose. The second Republic, like, my mistake, miss. Just Rose at home, Abel. Of course. Good night, Abel, and thanks for the tea. Really, Rose, was that necessary? Remind me, Richard, what did he call you when you were the dominant psychic? It's like, point taken. And so, meanwhile, they're discussing the security things, basically. Basically, the dean, one of the deans, Mr. E, is our dean of students, and he's here to explain what's being kept and done safe. So he talks about, okay, we increase security, we're going to make sure you're all safe, and they're wondering where the guards are, and my man is like, I've got these Ents right here, man. I went to the Lord of the Rings, and I got me some Ents they're on loan. Gandalf assured me these boys would do all they can. They're good in a fight. Don't worry, these Ents got you down and they'll hold you down safe. And then meanwhile, they're talking about what a jerk. It's like, Miss Moon, Miss Sargon. Yes. Yes, like, forgive me for something personal, but does one of you wear patchoulio? Oh. And so he's like, one of you was here. And of course it was the old moon. It's June moon, not enchantress. Like, no, but like floral scents. I use Paco Rabanne, sir. This guy's like, personally, I like a splash of arsenic after shaving. It's like, need I remind you about the conditional terms of your enrollment, Mr. Powell? So he's like, so they're in Divination 101 with Madame Xanadu. Not much like the divination teacher of Harry Potter. Okay. So anyway, it's like, anyway, it keeps going on. They discuss a lot of stuff about class. They get into a lot of hijinks. They see fears and whatnot. Creature attacks again. But the next day, they're talking about surveillance. I found this funny. The classic college thing. You got the sock on the door. And, Pia's like, look, man, let us in because something's attacking, and I don't care. Your club meeting's up. She's making out with David, man. They're getting really into it, man. They're feeling really intimate. And, of course, this thing attacks them. Boom. The thing continues to attack them. And, there's recognition. Faust comes in, stops them. But then, you see that, it's like now you're going to piss it off, Faust. Let me try to communicate with it before. It's like, oh, horse feathers. All right, kids, move back. So we just see Faust like, no, you can't kill it. It's like, are you kidding me? It's a menace. But it doesn't mean to hurt anyone. I can feel it in my head. Dr. Psychic, it only attacks when someone attacks it. And then you just see the blob is talking, like, what it says is true. I mean no harm. It's like, are you okay? Actually, it was kind of amazing. I might even want to do it again. Never taking off my ruby ever again. So you're sentient and intelligent. I am now. I've had a long gestation period, long gestation and a brief period of disorientation after walking. I see. I still can't overlook the fact that you killed one of my students. I have harmed no one. I did frighten one young male who dropped his head ornament and ran away. So he ran all the way back to mommy. Yeah, Kid Rock poster. It's like, Joe, honey, if you want to transfer to engineering school, you have to get out of bed. And it's like, do you have a name? And we just call him Plop. Basically, we see Frankenstein teaching Magical Ethics 101. Just see, he's also helping Paya in class, giving her some answers. So meanwhile, back in the dean's residence, we have like, I don't see how you can object. We are an Institute of Higher Learning. What better way to shape Plop's nature than to guide it? It's like, this is absurd. The creature's a threat. It must be eliminated. Like, I agree. Our students need to keep our students safe. Trumps the right to survive. Can we speak to Dr. Occult? I can't but think that Richard would choose a different solution. So they're all like, nah, let's kill this thing. They're all in agreement. It's like, Richard and I have both agreed that I'm the one in charge right now of this body. And of course, and of this school. And I say the creatures lives. Now, are we done? It's like, there's one more thing, I'm afraid. I've consulted the cards and my crystal ball and the runes over and over, and I keep seeing the same pattern. 1 in 5 of the new students will turn into the Malevolence. The divided one who calls herself Enchantress. Felix Faust's unfortunate wasteland of a son. Ouch. The girl Paya who believes herself to be a healer. Sargon who has made a bargain he does not understand. Or it could be the child that you just brought from Vegas, Satan's child. It's like, Satan, that's impossible. And this man is like this, okay, we cannot explore the signs. So what do we do now, Rose? Do you want me to kill them, or would you prefer to handle it yourself? So he's like, Dr. Isak, like, I'm gonna kill those kids. Gotta kill them for the sake of the world. And we just see these kids enjoying themselves, having a good time in college. And next issue, Greek life. At Mystik U, it's to die for. Ooh. So it's like DC is looking at certain Marvel books, aka America Chavez. America Chavez goes to college. I doubt, and in that whole book, we never saw them learn one damn thing at all. But here, Satan is already learning about divination and magical ethics. Stuff that you would expect to learn at a magical university. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have more stuff to say about the comparisons between this and America Chavez. Because I already like Zatanna. She's cool. But America sucks. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. This was a long-ass review because this is a long book. But like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get them out there. Thank y'all for watching. I should have... Maybe I will have videos up later today. Who knows? But definitely tomorrow because it's New Comic Day.